My name is Marshall Howden. I'm about to take you on a video tour of the project that I've been working on for about the past year. This is our Song of Hope Museum. It encapsulates the history of the live music shows in Branson, Missouri, including that of my grandpa, Mel Tillis. We have the brochure room with the Andy Williams throw rug there. And then of course, we take a look at our brochures. We have over 750 rack cards and brochures going all the way back to the 1980s. Some of the oldest being those Presley's ones that you'll see throughout this video. And we just began collecting these. Probably 25 major people brought us a few dozen of these brochures as we go through the ones of my grandpa that I was on stage with so many years here in the place that we called home. Every Branson show that's ever existed had one of these, so it's kind of like their sigil as we move towards the Yellow Ribbon Gallery. We call it that, and we've blocked it off because we have the yellow ribbon stained glass that was atop the Tony Orlando Theater. And then of course the theater room highlights all the theaters that existed in Branson. The lapel pins, and the proclamations that we did, i.e. Ray Stevens Day, Shoji Tabuchi Day, Mel Tillis Day, etc. The naming of My Ozark Mountain Home by the Petersons is the first official song of Branson, all with the signature of Larry Milton, Mayor of Branson. My grandpa's boots, Doug Gabriel's jacket with the Branson sequins, and the records. We have an original carpet and seat from the Jim Stafford Theater was rescued, and of course, the building I grew up in as we fly through the miniature like the Lord of the Rings. The cassette tapes of all the Branson legends, and back to the theater. The iconic building on Highway 248. So again, the records wall. In this room, we covered the walls with records of all the Branson legends, and the guitar that I played on stage, and how the West was sung, as I've contributed to the Branson music scene in a myriad of ways. And the buttons of Boxcar Willie and Shoji Tabuchi, Jim Stafford, Bobby Vinton, the Dutton button, the Presleys. Presleys and the Bald Knobbers started it all, along with the Foggy River Boys. The stutter bug was the Mel Tillis fishing lure, and his fishing buddy Shoji Tabuchi had to make one of his own. Mel Tillis said Shoji would eat all the bait, and Shoji said it took him twice as long to learn English because he was taught by his good buddy, Mel Tillis. We have it in the museum, a piano where you can learn to play the songs of your favorite legends. Oh Lord, I'm tired. Andy Williams, Roy Clark, Mickey Gilley, Tony Orlando. The Plummer Family, another one of the classic founders of Branson. Johnny Lee, the Blackwoods, Lennon Sisters, the Lows, Chisai, who brought Shoji to town, and how the West was won with Mel Tillis. Buck Trent, country legend, and these two. We take you now into the brochure room. The first thing you see as you enter into the red schoolhouse building at the Song of Hope. It changes constantly. Even as I speak, it looks different. This is an encapsulation of the beginning of the Song of Hope Museum, with the biographies of those Branson legends. Sits atop a table topped with glass of all the chamber guides going back to the 80s. We've got 8 tracks, we've got 45s, cassettes, almost every type of way to play music. And the plaque my aunt made to commemorate the Mel Tillis Auditorium as the building became a church and multiple theaters subsequent to the Tillis family. It's a puzzle there, a rare Branson puzzle. We've also got one dedicated to country music, as a lot of the Branson legends. My Aunt Pam Tillis, a star in her own like. So Jim Barber won the Song of Hope Award. He joined Mike Patrick and the Hughes family and Doug Gabriel. The award goes to that person that best advocated for the live music shows in that year. Collection of magnets here. And ticket stubs going back many decades. They called him the Big Three. Mel Tillis, Shoji Tabuchi, Andy Williams. When we did Shoji Tabuchi Day and Mel Tillis Day and the like, we would create logos for these days. And these stickers here show those logos. Philip Welford, Emmy-winning comedian who came to Branson, iconic legend. So we did multiple concerts for the Song of Hope. This one, the Song of Hope concert. The one you saw before being the Tuesday talk for my grandpa. And then we did a concert honoring faith, family, and flag. This is the lineup for our Mel Tillis concert here, headlined by Mel Tillis Jr., Billy Yates, Clay Cooper, and Doug Gabriel. And of course, our biographies. Dino Kartsanakis, Andy Williams. The Oak Ridge Boys. Tony Orlando and Roy Clark. Icons. Mo Bandy and Charlie Pride. Wayne Newton. These are the Song of Hope Awards. Well, really the only one there in red. The blue one that you saw was my grandpa's Brammy for Lifetime Achievement Award. So we collect these beautiful pieces of glass. And of course, we have our VHS tapes and the old puzzle. Down below, you have quotes from the famous songs of the entertainers. And the main view from the brochure room. Jim Stafford old jacket. We got many of these old jackets now, almost 10 of them, as we reminisce on some of these beautiful brochures. Mickey Gilley. Now we transition, as my grandpa's classic song plays, to the second room at the Song of Folk Museum. John Davidson's old piano kicks it off, and you enter the Mel Tillis room with our instruments to decorate and the Acrobats of China paintings lining the floor. The candid picture of Jim Stafford on Jim Stafford Day holding this guitar, this 12-string guitar that he so admired. Our books, and of course, the Mel Tillis exhibit. He has Mel Tillis Day in his hometown as well.
You got a Eastwood smile and Robert Redford hair, but you walked across my heart like it was Texas, and you taught me how to say I just don't care. She said just leave me alone and let me hang up.
We purchased the marquee from the White House Theater, and we got these paintings from the Acrobats of China that existed there for many years. The bar you see behind it has autographs from Vince Gill, Loretta Lynn, and Johnny and June Cash. It was at Doc's Bar, which is not far from where the museum sits now. This became a fun room, a room to have the excess stuff for the Song of Folk Museum. While the other Red Schoolhouse was the artifact building, the other side of this building became the one where we told the story. That Barcelona yellow bench right there belonged to Andy Williams. And of course, you'd have to get creative with signage. This photography set is essentially all the entertainers that were in Branson in around 2003, that time period. The iconic shot that Michael London produced of the strip with the Jim Stafford marquee that started it all. We show the initiatives, Branson's Fun for Everyone, the history of the Branson boom, the 60 Minutes piece that made the phones ring for 10 years, and the Branson Update magazine that Michael London presented and shipped to all the tour operators to find out what was there to do in Branson. We had teamwork. Tony Orlando led the effort honoring our veterans, community spirit, an initiative, and the icons that brought us here.
Yes, she taught me how to say I just don't care.